All right, hey guys, we're here, back in here. You're gonna hear a little bit of fan noise. It's 100 degrees, the fan's gonna be running. Sorry, but it is what it is. But we are replacing buckles on all of this stuff. All right, we have set up over here, I got my fly stand set up with a C3 micro. We got this stand, this Rubicon, set up with a C3 micro here. We got C3 micros on the sticks right there. And I kind of got a way that we're gonna quiet these down. I'm gonna show it to you. Let me actually bring you in where you can see this here at the desk, at the table here, so I can show you what we're doing. So basically, we're gonna take one of these right here. You can see I got two here. I got another pack of them right here. We're setting these up, but we wanna try to, they're not very loud in their own right, even when they are, listen. It's not real loud. They're very, very subtle and quiet, but we want to put a little something on there. So what I've been doing is we always have with us everywhere, I told you in many videos, have a bin of different sizes of bicycle inner tubes. Okay, they're cheap. Buy them on Amazon, have them. Well, this is the one we're using right here. What is it? Somewhere on here is going to say this is a 26 by 7/8 to 26 inches long, or 26 inch diameter tube by 7/8. It's a 10-speed bicycle tube. 26 by 7/8. The length doesn't matter. The 7/8 to 1 inch does. This is 7/8 to 1 inch size tube. That's what I'm using. Okay, again, always have extra, have inner tube pieces around. There's no reason not to. Well, we have one of them tubes right here. All I'm doing with it is I'm taking this thing right here, just cutting off kind of like a Ranger band of this stuff. Two of these about yay big. Don't overthink it. I'm not measuring nothing. Okay, so we cut two of these right here. Now we're going to take one of them and we're going to slide it right over the end of this. They fit pretty snug on there, even on the strap, as you can see, they're fitting pretty good on there, but we're going to slide that right down over like this. So it goes onto here. And the goal is not to cover the entire thing, but cover any part that could make it, where it's going to make noise, especially in these corners. So we're going to get it down to here. So it's right there, like that. Then we're going to just pull it over the metal part. Like that on that side. Grab it here. Pull it over this side. Like this. And what's nice is, and I'll show you an inset, but these don't actually touch the tree when they're mounted on the sticks in the stand. They don't actually, this part doesn't hit the tree like a cam buckle does, so it's not getting any abuse on here. At least it didn't in the testing I was doing, but there it is. That's it. Now that whole section is protected. We're going to do the same thing on this one. We're going to take one of these, we're going to slide it right over this end, wiggle it right down on here. I was going to get all fancy and cover these with stealth strips and all that, but I don't think I have to. Especially, you just throw an extra little bit of this in your truck. Take this, throw that much of this in your pickup truck and leave it in there. And if you need more, you need to replace one in the middle of the season, look at how easy this is. So again, you just take it and pull it right over, right like this, fit it over there, and get it where you want it. And there it is too. That's it. Nothing to it. But now, most of this buckle is protected from noise. That's all I'm doing with it. That's it. Nothing crazy. Nothing fancy. We're not getting all bent out of whack and bent out of shape or going all elaborate. That's it. That's what I'm doing to it right there. Still fully functional. Still slides every direction. Okay, really easy, really good. You have no issues there. So it's going to work, and it works perfect, and there it is. That's how I'm doing it. Right there is how we're running this. Turn that battery pack on. There we go. But that is exactly how we're doing this setup on here for these C3 micros. Then we're taking this right here. We grab one of our sticks because we are replacing all of these. These micros are so nice, but we're getting rid of this bulky, massive size setup that is also very, very short in length. Okay, these are nice, but look at how short this is. These straps here are 8 feet long. That means I can wrap around any tree without question, and they got the very nice bungee on the end, which means that I can snug them up good. So we take this strap, and we are going to put this right on the end of the stick here. We want to make sure we got it the right way. Yes, we do. Putting that right over my Versa button like this. Then we are taking our zip tie, because I like to zip. I don't zip tie the ones on the stands too often, but I always do on the sticks. I don't want to lose them or have them coming off. So I put that on there, zip tie, just to keep that so it doesn't come off. Bam, done. Then we take this, we run it over the top. Okay, it's going to come down around the bottom like this. Here, we're going to pull on this here. We got to get this set where we can get it. And we're going to pull this slack, bring it up, and then we're going to put this on the Versa button. So we just wrap this right around that whole stick. And then we got to drop that in the Versa button. Come on, there we go. Like that. And then we're going to pull this, snug that up like that. And then we're going to take this and wrap it back around. And we're going to cook the bungee. I mean, there it is. That's my system right there. Perfect. Smooth, easy. No noise. No noise from that buckle. Okay, that rubber does everything I need it to keep that quiet. No noise. And there it is. That's our setup that we're doing there. We're going to take, and again, we're just going to keep right on going. We take our other one right here. Same kind of deal. Just take a little chunk of this. Don't overthink the size. Just get it ballpark. Doesn't matter. And couple of these like this and throw them on. So it's a very easy process to put these on there and make this happen, and they just slide right on. So that is how we are sliding, controlling that little bit, that ever so faint little bit of rattle, or that chance of that. As you can hear, it's still so quiet comparatively. Okay, that's not loud. It's not ting ting metal. It's, you almost don't even have to do this. But as simple as it is, because of this, again, compared to sewing yak grips and doing all this and having a, you know, I mean, these worked and they were fantastic and they functioned. But again, I'm so excited about these. And again, the length alone is like 3 feet longer, which is such a gold mine for some of those bigger trees, especially on that bottom stick. Gonna be so nice. And these are so thin. I'm super excited about these micros, these C3 micros. And in this way here, again, I don't have to fight making yak grips, sewing yak grips, buying yak grips, cutting all that kind of stuff. It's just that simple. There it is. Problem solved. My issue is gone. There's no more noise that's going to come from that. And this is how fast and simple it is to put them on. So like I said, if I wear one out or something happens and one rips or something, I'm not losing any sleep over it, because I can simply replace it literally in about a minute. You know, I can put 2 new ones on here and have that thing completely covered again in about a minute. So that's what we're doing with it. Here it is right there again, as you're seeing. I mean, just simple, functional, you know, nothing fancy, but doing exactly what we want to do and easily replaceable. That's it. Nothing crazy. No reason to overthink this or get carried away with it. That's it. Right there. No more noise. No more noise. Okay? No noise. Doesn't, yeah, I'm banging it on a stick, okay? No noise. No noise anywhere. It does exactly what we want. And it works like a champ. So there's a little tip for you on how we're running those and what we're doing with those C3 micros. And then again, we got this one set. We're going to take this stick and we're just losing the big old bulky, great, amazing, served me well for many, many years. But the straps, the big straps, they're gone. And in comes the amazing little C3 micros. Are now going to be on everything and set. And we take our zip tie, just to be repetitive here, but we're just throwing that on there. The reason I put the zip tie on them is, again, just because I don't want one of these coming off while I'm coming up or down the tree if it gets snagged on something or something like that, as I got them hanging there. The stand's on my back, so I'm not worried about it. But then that goes over the top. My 8er off of there. But that goes around the top, comes here. Now when these are brand new, they can be a little stiff, but I'm telling you, after using them a few times, they do loosen up, just like other straps do. And then drop that in there, pull her tight, set that right on there, done. Come back around, put the bungee on, and we have got a stick. It is that easy. That's simple and functional. Love it. So we're going to go ahead and make one more for our other one right here, and for our XOP X3 sticks, and get some of these C3 micro, or these micros. When you buy them, you get a set of 2. Okay, they come as a set of 2, and I think they're like 25 bucks or whatever. So it makes these cheaper to buy these than it is to buy these, because you get a set of 2 of them at one time. So pure perfection on every kind of level. Can't say enough good things about them. And we've been testing them on sticks. We've been testing them on stands. We've been testing them on, you know, they were on my fly stand the whole entire time I was testing them. We put them on the Rubicon. We've put these things on pretty much everything You know, like Frank's Red Hot Sauce. I put that crap on everything. Well, we put it on everything. And so now we're making sure everything is dialed in, set, and ready for the season. And everything I'm running this year will be running C3 micros. Questions, comments, put them down below. Thanks for watching.